Let's stand for prayer and pledge. Praise God. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you again for this day, and we thank you for your many, many blessings in life. And Heavenly Father, we pray that you'll be with us today, that you'll direct this meeting through our minds, Lord, and just help us to make the right decision. Be with our first responders. We lift them up to you. We ask a special blessing and protection upon them. And we give you the glory for this in Jesus' name. Amen.
To the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Did Lauren give you any advice on the agenda? It stays the same? No changes on the agenda that you know
Not definitely.
Okay. Good deal. To have a motion to approve the agenda. So moved. I'll second that also. And minutes from the previous meeting, I'm sorry. Do we have them? Oh, wow. We got a few of them. We got some of them. I don't know if we're up to date yet, but we got some of them. I think we are. This is March 25th. We're good. She's been pretty busy.
She was working her way back. I don't think December, January.
I don't think, we still have a bunch from December, January yet. Now I'm still reading. I just couldn't do it quickly. Motion for the minutes from March 25th.
And I second that also. Okay. Correspondence. The assessor's office put in some things, so she's got some money from the dog taxes. Collected $453.75 for revenues. That's not too bad for the month of March. Okay, I got a letter here from Andy Bob to be reappointed to Mineral County Development Authority. Did you call with him? I haven't got to, I don't have it here. No, I guess I picked two of them up at the same time. Sorry about that. Dog warden, animals picked up 9 dogs, 4 cats, 1 dog carryover. She had 5 calls, 121 complaints in the month of March. That's a lot of complaining. I had 1 dog euthanized, 1 cat died throughout the office. Animals sold and given away with 7 dogs and 4 cats was given away. So that's not too bad. All right. Then of course we had Mr. Bob to be reappointed. Western Union Division of Corrections, our regional jail bill for the month of March was $30,294.23. Okay, the legislators have helped us with that sum. It's a help. Okay, let's do that. And we do have a credit here for $45.97. Okay. And we have a not near gas.
All right.
And this is not near gas, this is Homeland Security Division.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I got a letter here about Department of Homeland Security. It's about the Division of Corrections and Rehabilitation. I'm not gonna read it all, I don't think it says. Good. Then we got a thing here from Mountaineer Gas. It's about a pipeline. Half of it's upside down, safety measures. Speaks about the safety committed to pipelines that's near us, so forth. To the Region 8 Solid Waste. They'll be having a meeting April 17th at 10 a.m. That's on Thursday at the Region 8 office in Petersburg. Region 8 Planning and Development. The regional dues has not changed any, thank goodness, for the Region 8 Planning and Development. They're still $19,693, so we're glad for that. This is from the Western State Auditor's approval of levy estimate budget beginning July 1, and I reckon it don't give you any numbers, but we will be approving that on April the 15th at the later levy meeting we're having. What time is that? 15th, 1 o'clock. April the 15th will be at 1 o'clock. Here's the commission room, very short meeting, just delay the levy. Shouldn't be anything else come up, I hope.
At what time?
1 o'clock. Riley Moore's sent a message in about some of the rural development food drug administration. The list there at the bottom. We're through.
This is actually, I guess because of Doge and the new administration, I don't think they're doing the congressional directed spending requests anymore. They're doing these, CFPs, I don't know why they keep changing the name, it used to be an earmark. I don't really know of anything to request through any of those programs, but if you all think of anything, let me know, because that's the equivalent of CDS, it's what paid for the majority of the health department. That's what this program is.
Community project funding.
Mm-hmm.
Just the third name it's had, because it can't be called an earmark anymore, no, it can be called congressional directed spending request.
Man, they don't give you much time for a deadline.
No, they never do.
Even this.
No, and I don't even know what we would ask for, but if there's something y'all can think of, let me know.
Okay, and then we move on down here to old business. Boards and appointments. I move that we appoint Mr. Bob.
Hey, there's a, back up here a minute.
Yeah.
There was a section there for military construction and veterans affairs. Could that be possible money to that memorial?
I will put that inside.
I mean, our initial estimates for a memorial was, what, 60,000 or something?
And that probably don't include everything.
I can definitely check.
We could just put something in there for 60 or 75,000 or something.
Yeah, I can definitely check. I'll look at it and see if it's gotta be more specific or if it'll can be more used for like a memorial like that, for sure.
Okay.
Which one's that, Sarge?
Huh?
Which one's that?
Riley,
Rally more.
Probably more saying that
The funding from. It's a project funding request. All right, come down to board appointments. I move that we put Andy Bob on, Mental County Development Authority Board.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Your chain of pages. Okay, then we got a letter here for $10 from Clerk
Wait a minute.
office.
Wait a minute, that'd be under new
Is this under this stuff?
That's
Where's
under
it
new
at?
business.
Oh, down here, okay, that's budget deviation. Is the other budget deviation in there?
We're going to go over them April 15th.
Oh, we are?
Yeah. Cause she wanted to be here today.
Hmm.
Well, she called me last night.
Glad she let somebody know. Okay, update on courthouse annex.
Yeah, so, cable pulling, all of that, those details have finally been worked out. Cardinal is coming to decable the 14th. Supreme Court, the week of the 14th. Supreme Court is coming to cable the 21st. Doug and Jeff are gonna be working Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to drill holes, and then we're just gonna use 3-inch PVC as conduit rather than buying actual conduit, because it only has to be for the openings, not through the whole ceiling. At the building commission meeting last week, we did discuss, we're actually just gonna rip the drop ceiling out of the maintenance hallway. You were on, did you hear that? The fire marshal came through and he said any cable that's laying on the drop ceiling has to be tacked up. Since that's gonna remain a service hallway, we're gonna go ahead and just tear all that ceiling out and tack that up and clean it up, because that hallway is always gonna have a ton of cable through it, and then the rest of the building, the guys are just gonna have to go through and tack stuff up and seal up some junction boxes, simple stuff, but it needs a little bit of love. The one thing I do have on the cable pulling, they are willing to pull phone cable for us. And initially I thought, there's no point, but because the cabling is new. However, the more I've thought about it, and as I walk through with them, the way everything's done in that building now is if there is a sewer line, they will literally just throw Cat 6 all around as many places they can fit it, and then they go to the next hole and fit it, and then like the Cat 6 comes up from 5 different places in the floor. So what I would like to do is order a couple of 1,000 feet of the phone cable, and what we're gonna do is put actual cable pass through the building, and each room is gonna have one place where all of the cable enters the room, and then from that point, it will be dispersed, so we're not like trying to find a path for that cable over here and that one over here. Everything will come in one corner of the room and then disperse from that point. So in the future, it's much simpler to work on. Cat 6 shielded is between $240 to $265 a roll for a 1,000-foot roll. I gotta confirm with the Supreme Court how much they're bringing, but I probably need 4 to 6 rolls of it.
How much?
Well, they're really long rolls, they're really long runs, and what happens in that building a lot now is in a lot of places, the Cat 6 is terminating to a switch in the room, and then everything's running off an individual switch. Our goal is that each run will come from the actual switch in the server room. Because when you run from a switch to a switch, you lose speed and it causes data transfer issues. So we want to do all the pulls for everything, including the phone. The phone does not have to be done. That's why I'm asking. There are cables in there already. However, this will put all of the phone and data in single points in those rooms, and then it'll just go out.
Charging that for me?
No, they won't charge us to pull it. We'll just have to provide the phone cable.
That's not too bad, yeah.
So I figure we'll have $1,000, $1,500, and I've not had an opportunity to check with like,
That would make things work a lot better, though, wouldn't it? Especially down the road if something happened.
it'll make things look better for sure, and it'll make things in the future easier when
To work on, that's what I mean.
yeah, cable runs are a lot longer, but it's much more efficient. But that's-
How many phones are you putting in each office?
We have not, let's see, it's just one phone per employee. So it just depends on
Okay.
the office. But this is for, it'll just be for probation and the circuit clerk and then the judge's suite. And like, we won't rip it out if we don't have to, like if it's already terminating to where we'll terminate it to, like if it's already coming through the right path, but
Well, if you definitely want to do it, now's the time to do it, right?
well, that's my thoughts, and they'll pull it for free, so we're talking $1,500. Oh, and I'm gonna check with, what's the electric place in Winchester that all, not in Winchester, in Cumberland, that all the electricians use?
Capital
State.
City Electric.
City Electric.
Yeah, I was gonna check with them too to see if they can get a little cheaper, because both of these are just online, like one's Amazon and one's True Cable. But this, like Amazon, usually their prices are best, except for when it's something that's expensive to ship, and this is pretty heavy. So I was gonna check with them too, but see where we can get the best deal, but Amazon's $265, so that's the absolute highest it would be per
I
roll.
think this is the last unexpected expense we're gonna have.
I wish I could tell you that.
Is it CAT 6?
Yeah, this is actually, it's shielded white Cat 6.
Okay.
I'm good with it, because it could save issues down the road.
And I just, we're doing the paths and stuff now, we might as well. But that's up to you all.
We can't.
Yeah.
It'll make the fire marshal happy. I make a motion, we accept bids.
I'll second that, and I'm good with that also.
Okay. I'll go with that,
Works, right? Or you got anything left?
I don't know, Mike, give me 1 second. Tom and I did back punch the law enforcement center last week. We had some discussions with Zach about it, so they'll be working through that. Him and I are gonna back punch the courthouse annex tomorrow. All of the electric bills were sent to the engineer. The engineers were coming, the engineers who do the heating and cooling, my brain is not going acronyms today. Heating, plumbing, electrical, you know, those guys,
Yeah.
whatever that acronym is.
HVAC.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
They are coming I wanna say this week or next week, and Tom was gonna go ahead and have them, actually, no, they're coming today. They will be here today. Roger Reel is gonna meet them over there.
Okay.
So Roger's gonna give them access to the system, and they're gonna take a look at it themselves and see what we can do with the heating and cooling stuff and the reheat. I'm sure you guys saw my email. I did email them about heating it to a higher temperature and then leaving that temperature. He was concerned about that, 'cause he said, like, the front end of your building with more windows is gonna be a lot hotter than the back end of your building. So like in the morning, the front end of your building is gonna be intolerable, and then the back end might. So they were to look at some more things with the engineer that actually designed the system. We do still need to do training on the HVAC in the courthouse annex. I spoke to BMAC about that last week. And they were gonna try to get somebody in. They said it's a network-based system too, so I wanna be able to get that on the network so we can log in and at least set parameters. It's not near as advanced as the one in law enforcement center.
Okay.
And Otis did come Thursday and yesterday, to listen to the noise in the family court room. And they were supposed to get back to us by yesterday to let us know, if there was anything they thought we could do. In summary, they basically told us no, that the noise, it's very normal elevator noise. We talked about isolation couplings that would reduce some of the vibrations for the flow. They said they don't think that would help, because the flow is only the noise down, most of it's the electric motor running. What we're probably gonna have to do is the soundproof wall.
That's what we talked about that much before.
Right, but we never approved it because we wanted to try everything else before we spent $10,000 to put up another layer of wall in there.
Army can't do it.
No, it's like, there's like this special tracking that has to be, it's not like just putting another layer of drywall. It's not like a sound.
You're not building another wall and putting something on
No, it's like there's this special tracking that goes on top of the current layer of drywall. And then you have to put another layer on top of that, and then you finish that and seal it all around.
it. I thought maybe they built walls, with foam in there.
So we talked about that, but apparently with it's all much more complicated than what I understand, but the frequencies, because that's what we've all talked about, like, why can't we just put the recording studio stuff in the machine room? But I guess all of those different soundproofing materials do different frequencies of things, and it doesn't matter how much soundproofing you put in a specific area, like it only isolates certain frequencies. There's been a lot of discussion surrounding that courtroom.
You don't think nobody come up with another wall and put spray insulation in there?
So spray insulation actually doesn't even help with the sound. We talked about that
Oh,
because it transfers vibrations.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
it's
know.
solid. So they put the spray, like the batten insulation that you spray in, they've already done that. They did that first. And it did help, but it didn't,
Didn't solve the problem.
right. Yeah,
Well,
And the judge isn't too happy that we're going to take up 2 more inches of her courtroom.
yeah, however. Yeah, she is not happy. She's expressed that to me as well. But there's nothing else we can do if she wants the sound cut out.
No.
And then the last thing, mini splits are being installed in Judge Courier's suite, the jury room, and Stacy's office Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So,
okay, how about the parks?
I don't have anything on that.
Okay, the health department building, they have started groundbreaking out there. They're doing some work out there this morning. Margaret, did you see them out there this morning or did you look?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what all they got done. I didn't stop and ride back in, but I know they're starting the project. So hopefully here in a few months, you'll see a building starting to go up. Opioid.
And we have scheduled, May 3rd, and we'll do the cornerstone like we did down at the courthouse.
Yeah.
The Masons are gonna do a cornerstone May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Yep. It'll be at 1 o'clock, May 3rd.
Oh, I do have something on that as well. Region 8 sent over a budget amendment. There was, when they did the initial budget, I guess there was $1,000 more supposed to be in architectural and engineering. So they just transferred money out of legal into architectural engineering. It's only $1,000 change, but this is what's on the initial warrants. They needed this signed today. I guess actually technically this is contract amendment. Y'all probably need to make a motion to approve it. You want to see it? It's just, they literally took $1,000 out of legal and moved it up to
So it's not changing the total amount of the contract, it's just.
No.
No, it's just moving. Apparently, when they did the initial budget, this is what it was supposed to be, and there was a typo. This is what I basically understood of it.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve that amendment to the contract.
Second that also. Okay, is that all you have on that?
Yes, I believe so.
Who signs that?
Yield.
Okay.
What was that for?
The CDBG
C,
CDBGCV,
V.
Health Department Annex, yep. It's Community Development Block Grant Code.
It's there on your second page, Wanda, of your,
Oh, okay.
updated opioid.
Don't have much to update other than we did get a contract from WVU for the buy down for the doctor to run on ambulances and do training and stuff for, overdose prevention, overdose death prevention. But we'll have to discuss that. WVU sent the contract in confidential format and we need to keep it confidential right now. There's some personal information in there. And we'll discuss some of that we'll go into executive session later and we'll discuss some of that.
And I do have that on the agenda separately as well, just so.
Okay. War Memorial. I did talk to the other day, Roy, and he would like to meet with us down there sometime and determine exactly where we want this. Okay, because he'd like to know, he's looking at some other things, so that's about all they are. Can't really do much to the construction. Discussion approval of Peach Festival electrical request update.
I don't have any updates on that right now.
No updates. All right. It's time for the sheriff. Money for the sheriff.
I'm waiting for a message here. We had D&D come out and look at it, but we haven't received their estimate yet.
Okay.
Doug's looking into it as we speak. So hopefully you'll be able to come back.
All right. The rank promotions increase.
Like I think she just left that on the agenda. We really don't have anything to update with that right now.
The only thing I think could be updated on that is initially, I think we discussed that the amount to bring it up current at about 29,000.
Yeah, I know.
The actual amount is around 31 to bring it up.
Well, we'll leave it on there and we'll have to discuss that some, okay. Resource officer, service, anything on that?
No updates.
Other than they're requesting to be,
Nobody's wanting to be in the school system?
again, to discuss the benefits of it, through the summer will allow us to have that additional manpower to help cover whatever people for. Set it to up out of the time to empty out the warrant list that we had. Additional manpower. Manpower cover shift. Application throughout summer.
Okay.
I did get,
You haven't found nobody else that wants a position in school?
well, I was asked by the Board of Education to try and fill that position. By the end of the year, because I believe in May is when they actually send their guys to send the resource officers to the training thing that they have. Looking into that, I believe I may have a resolution which falls into the personnel discussion that we need to have.
Okay. All right, how about your rifles suppressors?
I don't believe there was any additional estimates that were given to us
Bids.
for bids.
Oh,
Estimates,
yeah.
bids, proposals, one of the three. So I just asked that the commission approve the purchases so we can get those paid.
What's the amount of that?
Well, that's,
Right on.
so we did have to do a form, I just want it for the minutes.
Yeah.
We had to do a formal bid process. Neither vendor was able to provide a sole source letter, because they can be purchased through other people. So we did a formal bid process. Everything was published via Class 2 legal, as required by our procurement policy and state code. We did receive 2 bids just from the initial people who, well, 1 bid for suppressors and 1 bid for, the rifles themselves. The rifles themselves, from Double Star Corporation, and that was $17,356.93. And then the lump sum bid to purchase and deliver suppressors from Bloss Guns, $17,460. And then the lump sum bid to purchase and deliver the flash hiders, $2,322.
What was the last name?
No, I think we have the work orders here. I think that amount had changed because after when we did the testing of the rifles and the shotguns rather than at the initial presentation of it, we were only going to put the suppressors on the rifles for the patrol officers, but we included 4 more to put into the rifles that go into the resource officers in schools. The work order, I think, is in the basket.
Purchase order for to add 4 more.
And 4 more suppressors.
So how much is this bid for? For the rifles and the suppressors, how many rifles is that?
I don't know. I'd have to.
18 rifles.
And that's for 17,460
The line item,
from,
the amount.
the amount.
Yes. The only thing that changed would have been the suppressors, and I believe the work orders are in the box that have been there.
So we're talking about 18 rifles and 18 suppressors,
18 rifles, 22 suppressors.
22 suppressors. But this 17,000, the bid that he has is for 18, is that right?
Yes.
Then you have something in here for
Well,
4.
I submitted the purchase order along with the invoice.
So as ridiculous as this sounds, the bid can't be altered. So you gotta get an invoice for these. And then an invoice for those separately. Those fall below the bid threshold. So you can still buy them. They're below the 15,000, but they're gonna have to invoice you separately, because like we can't,
So we can buy the 18 off of that and the other, we don't need to do.
right? Okay, I know that sounds ridiculous, but they can't alter the bid once they've submitted it and signed it, but you can buy those 4 separate because it's below the threshold.
And they are coming from Bloss.
Yes, sir.
What was the other price, 2,300 something?
$2,322.
What's that for?
For flash hiders.
The suppressors that we order are quick detach,
Oh,
and they have to have a specific muzzle, in order to attach them to the.
Okay.
Did you get a chance to see them how we did that?
I didn't see,
They were kind of busy,
yeah,
so.
Which we have.
yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute. So what you wanna do with this guy? Your information about him?
I'll make a motion. Well, I think we already made a motion to approve.
Yeah.
Buy 'em.
Again, the money to purchase those is already in the.
You're in,
equipment budget.
but yeah.
I'll make a motion. We approve these bids.
And I
I second it.
I'll agree with those. Okay. Okay, we'll take care of Margaret now.
All right, good morning. I just want to give you all a few updates about what we're working on with the extension service right now. And it's good stuff. It's a little different from all the other stuff that you all work on. But we're heading into the busy time of year. Our Energy Express program right now is in a real important collaboration with the Family Resource Network and Mineral County Schools. The site's child registration completely full. We've accepted all those who registered by the deadline, and now, we're glad to take other applications, but they'll be on the waiting list. We have fully staffed sites with our AmeriCorps members. We don't have as many AmeriCorps positions as we've had in the past. It's been limited, so that affects the number of children that we're able to serve. But we've started training and we're preparing for that to start in June, and the program will run for 6 weeks, 8 weeks with the college students who are the AmeriCorps members. Let's see, next, 4-H camp are also in full swing, getting ready for that. A big piece of that is finishing up classes so we can finalize registration and get it out next week. And also finalizing camp staff. 4-H camp staff is fully volunteers. So we have to recruit people and then make sure all the vetting is taken care of. So that's where we are with that part of it. We are doing some STEM programming in the schools. We're getting ready to do a program here in the next couple of weeks on robotics and seed germination with first graders to get them introduced to that. But we've been doing different STEM school activities this spring. The big one, though, that we're really have been working on over the past couple of months, we're kind of in the middle of it, but it's the anti-vaping program that our 4-H team leaders have been trained in teaching. We're doing a big program here on, we've covered the Kaiser schools, and now we're hitting Frankfurt Middle School this Friday. So we're looking forward to that. Those have gone really well. And let's see. Another big thing is getting ready for the 4-H and FFA livestock fair. Final registration is due next week for anyone who's taking a 4-H or FFA livestock project and they're planning to show and sell. So we're getting that wrapped up so we know who all's planning to come and we can be ready for the fair. We had with our Farm Bureau volunteers and Extension Office, we hosted an ag dinner meeting that focused on new types, both pests that have been a problem in crop fields, but also new and emerging pests that have been that are starting to show up in states around us, just to be prepared for. That was really good and interesting. And then just to close with, the Extension Service Committee finalized offering the position in the hiring process for the new agriculture agent, who will be Shawnee Iser, and she will begin in June, right before the fair. So any questions about anything?
What's that?
That name sounds familiar. I'm trying to put a face. to it.
Yeah.
She lives over on, she married Dan Biser and Diane's grandson.
She's local and she'd been really active with FFA and went to Potomac State, earned her master's degree in agriculture science, and has a good background. She's been teaching in she's taught in both Allegheny County schools and then Virginia school, in the Virginia school system as a vocational agriculture teacher.
I don't know if her maiden name, Azur's her maiden.
It's slipping me right now. I
can't
was trying
remember
to
what she
think.
said either.
Yeah, I'm like, Michael, Shawnee Michael.
Mike.
Yeah,
That was that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, anything else?
I think that covers it.
Thank you, I really appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you.
You take care. I reckon it's time to go into executive session with our sheriff.
Do the demo
Wait a minute.
back up there.
No, he's next on the list.
Oh, okay.
Did you all, you can do that however you want, but did you want to wait to the end of the all executive session since Jason's on Zoom? Or you can go to the conference room? and
Can you
call
wait
him?
till the end of the meeting?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
let's do that. We do that. We can. do
If you want to do it now and FaceTime me, Luke, on your phone,
Whatever you
it's up to
all.
you.
You gotta talk about the contract too.
Well, do you need to go or?
No, sir.
I don't want to
Okay.
keep. What would you prefer?
Sir, I'm here today.
Sweet. All right.
No.
Well, we
I
should,
can find the card.
we shouldn't be too long. Won't do that, so you're good with that. All right, how,
We're
all
gonna
right,
need 3 for that one, sir.
Okay.
all right, how about the new dental plan, vision insurance?
So, I mean, we've already been through all the details. I did talk to Kim about it yesterday. And I guess did speak to Lauren. They both kind of feel like that it's probably the better option to go with. It's gonna cost employees $7 more per check. However, the coverage is much better and it's optional. And if they don't want vision, they can drop vision, or if they don't want dental, they can drop dental. It is a little bit more expensive, but the coverage is much, much better.
How much is it cost of it? Do you know, Rick?
They gave us plans there a while back.
I know, I can't remember what was on my scene.
It really wasn't, yeah, and it is a little bit more, but the coverage is better than a.
For vision, a single is $6.67 a month. For a full family, it's $20.76 a month, 76 cents a month for vision. For dental, it's $24.25 for a single and $76.48 for a full family. Our current, though, we pay $82 a month is what an employee pays for family coverage.
Now, that's not a pay, that's a month.
That's a month, yes, so it's divided by 2. But that's what it'd be $7.60 more a pay. However, one of the biggest problems with our insurance is no one is in network. They gave us the network list for this, and almost all of the eye doctors in this area are in network. The dentists, like, it's not an issue. People now, when they go get glasses and stuff, have to pay out of pocket and then get a partial reimbursement, and a lot of people do anyways, maybe not everybody, but it's really been.
Well, that's, you go.
That, everything will be paid. Yes, you can go to Walmart is in
That's,
network
that's,
and
that's
Dr.
exactly
Conrad.
how it works.
It's not gonna be an issue for Kim to take care of that through the payroll.
No, and actually Kim and Lauren, well, Kim definitely told me yesterday she would recommend we go ahead and switch to it.
Okay. I'll make a motion, we go ahead and switch to that dental and vision. Of course, that won't take effect till July 1, but people
Right.
have to get in the open enrollment.
Right.
Okay.
I'll
I
second
second
that.
it.
And I approve it also. I was waiting on you, Justin, or Jason. All right, new business. The budget revision here for Jill. She sent a letter to Kim, the clerk's office, and would like to request a $500 budget revision because of materials and supplies.
She wants to take that over printing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks
I'll
like,
make a
Just
motion.
transfer.
I'll make a motion, we approve that budget revision. Do that.
I second it.
I approve that also. Then also, we're gonna have a budget, I put them, I skipped this, it's kind of reversed into me. We're gonna have a budget revision. What else is coming up for the sheriff's department? And I don't know what all is gonna be on it yet. It'll be on April 15th, or when we lay the levy that day. Okay. Office of Emergency Services, approve a new hire.
I've been having Jess take care of some of this, so she did send a letter down. We're requesting permission to, fill one of the open 911 telecommunicator positions, with Mikhail Schultz.
I'll make a motion, we approve that.
I'll second.
Second.
And I approve that also. Jason, I'm getting ahead of you, but don't mean to.
That's fine.
He's probably got a little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
He's across the border, he's gotta go, it's gonna have to go through all the.
Secure, where are you at in Canada?
Just outside of Montreal,
Oh, that's not too bad.
not too far. It's 10-hour drive.
So security equipment. Hold on, I have two quotes here, one of them. Alright. Okay. So, two different things here. We received grant funding last year from the Courthouse Security Grant Fund, to do access control on the new door to the courthouse, the courtroom door, and add additional cameras. That was, I wanna say just shy of $13,000. I did get pricing from P3 to do that work. It's gonna be 4 exterior cameras, 7 additional interior cameras, 5 access control doors. I did have to add 2 more that we didn't have initially, because like the judge's suite obviously has to have access control. That's not like an optional thing, so it needs to be done sooner than later. And there was 1 more door I had to add after we got into it. Krista's suite, her layout changed and there's an additional door, so she needs to have access control for her door. So that her employees can follow in and we don't have to issue keys. And then 1 service monitor. And actually, this came in higher because of the additional ads, so it's $16,293. I will have to put it out for, well, I'll have to look. I guess technically it's a project, it's not a commodity.
How much is it over what was requested?
Well, it's $4,000 over what we got in the court security grant. But I added additional doors that weren't part of the original project, because like the judge's suite wasn't something that had been approved. And Krista's office was configured differently. So that's all, and this also adjusted and installed. Yeah, so that one's $16,293. So we'll have $4,000 that we have to cover out of that.
4,000 beyond the grant that we got.
Yes. Approximately 4,000. I have to look at the exact amount, but it's approximately 4,000.
But we don't have to, because it's over 15,000, we don't have to send it out for bid.
Well, these are, so $25,000 is the chapter 5 requirements for like construction projects. 15,000 is for tangible items. So it depends on how we classify it, because technically a lot of this cost isn't equipment at all. It's professional services for the installation. So it really could be the project.
And it is part of our construction.
Right. So that it should be fine, because it would really be within the project threshold, since the majority of the prices aren't for tangible items. The 15,000 is for things you can hold in your hand.
Does this come out of the project money or does this come out of general fund?
This comes out of general fund. Like I said, let me look at the exact grant amount, but a little over
What's-
12,000 of it was reimbursed.
What's the P3 thing that you sent me? That's it, because it only comes to
That's
13,744.
the first one. There's another one. Keep going. I'm gonna talk about the 13,000 one next.
Okay,
Yes. Do you see the 16,000 one now?
I don't.
They were all there together. They should have been.
Hmm.
It was the one pager with 16,293.
Oh, I see it. Yep, thank you.
Let's see, that grant was for $12,638. 12,638 minus 16,293, so $3,655 on general county.
3,000 what? I'm sorry.
655, I think is what I said.
What's your desires?
Make a
I
motion.
just don't know how much is,
What'd you
I
say,
just don't
Jason?
know how much we have. I just don't know how much we have in our general accounting left. That's my only hesitation.
Well, I mean, I see what, I absolutely understand where y'all are coming from, but this is like, I can cut some doors out, but like the security
Yeah.
cameras covering specific portions and I mean, I can cut
Okay.
some parts to make it so it's only what's covered by the grant, but
Is
like that judge's suite, I can issue keys for it, but access control makes things.
Is the doors, all of them necessary that you got on
These are the absolute must-have doors. It's the judge's suite, it's Krista's office, like where the public facing door, the front door of the building, like the new main entrance. Exits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 doors. So the new front
And again,
entrance, the stairwell entrance, Krista's door, the judge's suite, and the courtroom door. Because the courtroom door is now going to be an actual solid, secure door that somebody, you know, can't just walk in.
I think if it's better to do it now than later, so I second the emotion.
and I put that on. All right. I'll hold down a little bit. Okay, yeah.
To be clear, I don't just try to spend money just to spend it. I'm just trying to get us through this project and. Okay, so the second thing I have, and this isn't me asking for you to spend it today. So what we would need to replace. I think I did this right. Yes, he did. Okay, so this building, community corrections, the law enforcement center, the courthouse annex, and the newer portion of the courthouse are all going to use an access control system through CK Techo. It's super user friendly. Everyone who needs to know how to use it knows how to use it. Like it's what Hotchkiss has been using to program the fobs. So Roger uses for the law enforcement center. We're all familiar with how to use it. The courthouse presently has a very old system that none of us know how to use, and is, very out of date. So this year for the court security grant, and we've just been passing fobs around because we have to pay somebody to come program new ones. So this year for the court security grant, which is not on here. Well, so this year for the court, I have the resolution and stuff ready. I thought she had put it on here. Maybe she thought the security equipment for courthouse was the same as the court security grant. Anyways, so I've talked to Hotchkiss and Joel about this. To replace the current access control system in the courthouse is $13,744. So I want to apply for court security funds to do that. That application is due at the beginning of May. We've been working through the application. That's why you guys got the invitation for the court security meeting. So I'd like to apply for this through the court security grant fund, and if we get it, we'll replace the system, and if not, we'll just have to keep using the archaic one. And then the second item is going to be hopefully a new panic alarm system. So if you all will approve for me to apply for that on the, well, actually, you don't have to do that because we're gonna have the court security meeting first. But I wanted to let you know, that's $13,744. To replace it, and that will put, oh, and the 911 center, so literally everybody except for the courthouse has the new system. So that will put everybody on the same system.
So that'll be the blue key fobs.
The blue fob, yes, and your blue fob can then We've been working on that, because I know some people have a lot of fobs, but we've been, like Doug had 4 fobs, he was carrying, but we did get all this combined the other day. So yeah, everybody would be on the blue fob for everything.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody loses a fob
Mhm.
and it needs replaced, who pays for that?
The fog replacements?
Is it gonna be under an insurance program or to pay for it or?
The fobs are only like $5. We just have a box of them. We just turn off the old one and put on a new
Well,
one.
that's all, okay,
Yeah, they're not like super duper expensive. They're only like $5.
okay.
Yeah, so we just turn it off, and actually. It hasn't been a major problem. Like, I don't know that anybody has. Well, we've had 1 or 2, but not very many at all.
No, they're just, you ever seen them?
I know what a fob is, yeah.
Yeah, they're just a little blue thing like that. The
Yeah.
old ones is the little gray ones
Uh-huh.
for the courthouse down there now, things, but the blue ones is what we're going to. It's not a big deal, I mean,
Yeah, they're pretty low, honestly.
yeah.
And they're cheaper than getting keys made, actually.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes, they're much cheaper than the keys, because like the keys we have now are the double.
Do you want a motion on going on with that?
No, because after I thought about it, we have that court security meeting, and actually that committee is who has to approve it for the grant.
Okay. Is that all you have?
I do have a resolution for the court security grant, but I guess we should wait till the next meeting when it's on here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not on the agenda, so we need to.
Yeah.
Okay, please do.
Hmm?
I said, please do. Please wait.
All right, do you want to skip over this medical director? You want
Yeah.
executive session
Yeah.
with that? Through Children's Memorial Day Courthouse use, request.
Every spring, CASA uses the courthouse grounds. They like to have the courtroom as a backup, but it's booked, so I told them they could use this room if they.
What
need
day
to.
is that?
It is April 25th at noon.
Okay, do I have a motion to grant them the permission to use the commission room?
Courthouse grounds, the
Courthouse grounds.
yard.
If it's raining, they'll be up here.
I just put them on the schedule for training.
But if it's raining, they'll be up here.
Yes, right, but it'll be in the courthouse yard, hopefully.
I'll make that motion. You're muted.
I'm waiting on you.
I second it.
Okay, I approve that also. Region 8 Development Council Fair Housing Resolution Month or posters. This comes out every year where they have a fair housing. It displays the HUD fair housing poster in office and properties. It's advertised in the paper and so forth and so on. And it's the Mineral County Commission will inform all county employees of the commission commitment to fair housing. Can't discriminate against no one. The Mineral County Commission will post this resolution in counties, buildings and other public places to publicize it. And the Mineral County Commission shall direct all employees to forward immediately to the commission president any report they receive of, fair, I'm gonna put fair in there, but fair housing, discrimination, any housing discrimination. And if it's reported that the complaint will go to the Human Rights Commission in Charleston. So, do I hear a motion to accept this?
I'll make a motion to accept it and also authorize the president to sign the fair housing resolution.
I second it.
And I approve that also.
Do you have the original to this, Wanda?
I don't know where.
Is this the proclamation?
No.
No. Should be fair housing like this one, Paul.
It says the mailing address is here, but we have.
Right there.
Right there it is.
And I need to
There,
care
there it
those
is.
first.
Yeah, she has it. Yeah, give me Hampton and then I'll sign for you. Okay. Now, we don't have anything else to come up.
Commission personnel, what's commission personnel?
Well, I think that's posters in, I think that's just part of.
Oh, okay.
No, I put it there,
Oh, you,
but disregard, I'll mention it in executive session, but there's.
oh, I didn't, I thought it was, what we announced today.
You wanna do our reports first and then go to executive?
We might give it about 3 minutes. Oh, we got Becky Yoakum coming in for the Eastern Community.
Believe it or not, I think my report will be pretty brief.
All right, go and give yours, please.
We got our West Virginia for our insurance renewal yesterday. I emailed that to you all so you guys can look over it in detail. I'll put it on the next commission agenda, but it is an increase, but not a huge one. I think the total cost for the year is now. I just looked at it the other day. I think it went up by $6,000 or $7,000. Our total cost is $191,119. Now that covers everything from property to liability to vehicles to workers' comp, and our cyber risk. So
How much is it?
$191,119. And I'll put this on the next agenda. I literally got it yesterday, so it's too late, but Roger will have to sign off that can be renewed. Certificate of deposit. Another one of them matured. One of the $250,000 ones, I asked for rates for 12 months and 18 months. So 12 months, the best rate she can get is 3.75%. And 18 months, the best, there's nothing available for 18 months today. But she said they're running between 3.65 and 3.95. And if we wanted one of the 18 months, if we wanted an 18-month, she could go ahead and, buy that as soon as one becomes available. So, the 12-month has an earning of $9,375.
How much?
This $9,375 on 12 months. So, and that's just for 1/4 of the 4 CDs we have. But I mean, this is something that was approved formally, and I feel like it's not doing anything other than keeping it in an account. You could do this today if you wanted to. The market conditions for CDs aren't,
Yeah, they're falling off.
yeah, they're not getting any better.
Kinda like go as long as we could, get locked in for as long as we could.
Well, that's why I asked
That
for
rate.
12 and 18, because I figured that's what you guys would want.
That's 3, what'd you say was 3?
She said the 12 is 3.75 and the 18s are running between 3.65 and 3.95, but there's not available right now, but she could just check every morning and she'll buy it as soon as it becomes available.
Well, if we can go with 18 months, I'd like to go with 18 months or 2 years or something, but.
I can check on 24 months, but I wasn't sure how long you guys would want to lock it in. I mean, these CDs have been worth doing. We've probably had $40,000+ in earnings easy, and it's cost us nothing.
Yeah.
So what do y'all want to do? I mean, actually, maybe I could call her and see if there's any 24 months available while you guys do your reports and stuff, or do you just want to do the 18 or the 12?
Check and see.
Okay, I'll call her and you guys can do your stuff.
What is the likelihood of an 18-month coming up? Did she?
She said she can buy something when something becomes available. So my assumption is that it will become available. Let me just call her here and.
Okay.
Yeah. Community action is supposed to be coming.
No, she should have been.
I have a note on this for Roger to sign it, Luke to make a copy, and then there will be a picture of it.
Yeah,
Do that
but I
now.
was
Wait for
hoping
that
Becky
person.
would be here.
Okay, when she comes, okay.
I'll call on that and what you
Do your thing.
Yeah, I agree. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
This thing flashing, screen flashing all breakdown, spend some of your money.
Yeah. I had your money, Roger. I buy a new phone every day.
Is it an iPhone or an Android?
Huh?
iPhone or Android?
Android. I'm not I got an iPhone one time and I didn't like it. I bought an Apple computer one time and didn't like it, so.
Don't do it, Jason.
Yeah, I know. Luke's the same way.
Love it.
If we could all go back to flip phones, it'd be much simpler.
I'll tell you, my wife's wanting to go back. She said the other day, she made a comment about hers the other day. No more she uses it. I had to get her to come because they quit the flip phone, the one she had.
I'd have to get one of the big jitterbug.
And I told her, I said, just go in. She don't like it.
I wanna know what commissioners did before cell phones. You didn't have people calling.
They
you.
only had 2 meetings a month.
Yeah. They only had two.
Those days, Roger would walk off to the mail rider and he'd hop on his horse and take
That's
off.
right.
Love you, buddy.
I'll tell you, I know, that's all right, I'm good. I'm good. Well, I'll tell you, it has, you look at how technology has, and it's changing every day. Every day it changes.
When my brother was in Vietnam, 69, we could only talk to him. He had to go through a ship and you had to relay it to us and then we would, and you'd have to say over so they would know.
Oh,
When he was in Vietnam, that's what we did to be able to talk to him.
Now you
That's how
can
it was when
go on, Jim.
that's how it was when I lived in India. We had to say over.
oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and now you can look at them face to face.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
Well, Jason, you want to go ahead and do your report?
Yeah, I'll hold for a minute.
Sure. Okay. When was the last?
Mark, it was in
Sorry,
March.
give me a second.
Last meeting, what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay, on March 25th, went to the Ridgely Council. When was our last commission meeting? March 18th, right?
March 25th.
25th. Yeah, yep, 25th. Okay. And then March 26th, we met with Krista down in the circuit clerk. March 28th, at the Stork Gap Fire Department, helped with the chicken dinner. March 29th. Oh, sorry, yeah, set up for the chicken dinner on 28th, and then 29th, helped with the dinner. March 31st, met with Kevin Clark, Development Authority. April 1st, Carpendale. Went to the Carpendale meeting. Also, April 1st, was that the day we met with the middle schoolers?
Yes, sir. And that's also today, if
Yeah.
you don't have time for the groundbreaking at the health department for the new building.
And the groundbreaking was there for that. And then April 2nd, went to Piedmont, City Council meeting. And then after that, I went up to the New Creek Fire Department meeting. April 3rd, Building Commission. And I did not make it to the Ed Kelly. You two went to that. And that's it.
Okay, so what was your date on the fire department, New Creek Fire Department?
That was April 2nd.
And then Piedmont?
That was
Piedmont, April 2nd.
All of those were April, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Piedmont starts at 6, New Creek starts at 7.
Okay.
That's cool.
Since our last meeting. Met with the sheriff to shoot a couple rounds. That was on Thursday, the 27th. And then the 29th was the Short Gap Fire Hall wing, all from the state, and helped clean up from that. 31st, met the sheriff at Fort Ashby Primary School to look at some rooms down there. And then I was also at the middle school for the interviews this is on April 1st. And I was at the groundbreaking for the Health Department Annex. And I was also at the Carpendale Town Hall meeting.
When did we meet down Fort Ashby? I didn't write that down.
That was the first,
That was the first Fort Ashby,
April 4th day.
April Fool's Day.
Or no, wait a minute, I'm sorry, that was March 31st, March 31st.
I didn't write
My
that
bad.
down. Oh, yeah.
March 31st was,
We met the sheriff down at Fort Ashby Primary School.
oh,
You okay? You caught up? Am I going too fast?
31st. Oh, yeah, I'm totally, but that's good. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Are we moving to?
Jason,
Sorry, one.
Perfect out. What was your date on perfect out?
That was April the 1st. April 3rd, I was at a Fountain PSD meeting. And I was also on Zoom on the construction progress meeting, for the building committee meeting
On the 4th, I mean 3rd.
on the 3rd. On the 4th, me and Rogers at the Ed Kelly Awards. That's all that I have.
You done?
Yep,
Are
I'm
you
done.
You up to par?
Yep.
Wanda, you good?
Yeah.
Okay, on the 27th, I was also at the shooting of the guns for the sheriff's department. The event out there, I was at the Burlington blood trial. On the 30th. We met, I was also at Fort Ashby School. Meeting there at the. What we looked at, I had an extension service meeting at 10 o'clock on the 31st. I had a Parks and Rec meeting at 4:30 on the 31st. I think that's all I had up to that date. I was at the middle school on the 1st. I was at the groundbreaking at the health department at 1 o'clock. I had a meeting with the state road department about some complaints we've been getting over in our area.
What was that date?
Second. On the 4th, I was at the Ed Kelly Awards. I had a meeting with Todd Liller about them roads, about length of roads. He's with the bus director. And I went to Region 8 planning development that evening.
Region 8, what was that date?
4th, all that was the
Oh,
4th.
okay.
And yesterday, didn't do nothing.
And the 3rd,
Took a day off. 31st, you want to know?
yeah.
31st, we met with the sheriff at Fort Ashby Grade School. And I had an extension service meeting at 10 o'clock. And I had a Parks and Rec meeting at 4:30.
Okay, gotcha.
And then we shot guns on the 27th, and the blood drive was also on the 27th that I attended. With,
We didn't draw any blood while we were shooting guns though.
no, not what we did.
Some people did, but
Did they?
That's been after I left, man.
I think Mark, pinched his hand or
Oh,
something.
did he? He didn't say. I didn't know that. Okay. You Becky?
I'm not, I'm Susan, but we're here for Becky.
You're here for Becky? Okay.
Walmart.
All right, well, sorry we're running a little late here, but we waited on you a little while. So,
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, not a problem. The Eastern Action Community Engagement Specialist. What do you want to share it?
Sure. My name's Matt Hinkle. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Eastern Action, and we would first like to thank you for passing the Community Action Month proclamation at your last meeting. May is Community Action Month, which is a national, I don't want to say event, but I can't think of anything better. So a national event is commemorating community action across the country. This is the 61st year that community action has been in existence. It's the 58th year for Eastern West Virginia Community Action. And since that time, originally we were the community action agency for Pendleton, Grant, Mineral, Hardy, and Hampshire counties. And then sometime in the 90s, we added Morgan County to our community action service area.
Hey, we have it right here.
We had a proclamation.
Yeah.
I think we did do it the last meeting.
Yeah.
We can feel good and sign it now.
We done it on the 25th of March. It's stated on here. when we did it.
Okay. Yeah, Becky had told us that yesterday. We just wanted to come down and thank you in person for doing that and hopefully get a photo if we may. And
Yep, sure. Absolutely. I'm sorry Jason can't be here, but if you turn around, he's the one sitting there.
That's all right.
He's in Canada. Oh, well, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting about this behind me. I never think about things. behind
Yeah, I was looking at it. I just want to make sure it was the same person
Same
behind me.
one face there. He's in Canada today.
Canada.
Yeah, he wanted to take vacation, what was cool.
That's a good idea.
2 or 3 inches of snow up there, so. So
Yeah.
you want a picture taken?
Sure. Where do you want us to?
Right over here. Does the sheriff want in this? Come on over. I didn't think he was back, but I'm.
You know,
He's never there.
we had a conflict, we were setting up, we were having a grand event at Walmart today to raise some donations for Southern West Virginia.
And that's where she's at.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Glare.
Luke, can you make a copy of this? Lauren wants a copy of this.
Give that to Luke, he'll get it.
Yeah.
I think that's what the sticky note says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luke, make copy.
Bite you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys want to do these or do you want to go and do?
Well, we can probably do them and then people can leave and then, because there won't be no action taken.
Yeah.
We don't need any, Joel, we don't need any action taken after the executive session.
Just the signing of these. The work orders for.
Oh, that's accounts payable.
I count payable.
Did
Okay.
you take them out of here? Did you take them out of here?
Actually, these need to be added to. This one. Take it out.
Well, don't take it out. I don't know. I don't know how they do that.
I'm just replacing this purchase order.
Okay.
Because it had to be done separately.
Okay, okay.
You need a state, you need a.
The invoices will be attached when I can get down and print them off.
Okay.
Written on there.
I'm not sure.
Give the original to them.
Thanks. Thank you. You all have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Was fine.
For your work. Okay.
So what are we doing here?
That is for the purchase of the rifle.
And they need to sign that.
They need to sign that. And this is for the purchase of the suppressors and nothing.
We can do that when we do.
Yeah, why don't they just do all that under accounts payable?
Okay.
It's all under accounts payable.
And again, they drive the safety stuff.
Yeah, we'll get her.
So how do you want me to give this out?
Well, that she just hands them out to us. We got
Okay.
them.
Do you want to do these now and then go to the second one?
Cause this stuff,
Well, do we
I mean,
have?
give me this, the these
If
signed,
we're gonna
right?
go-
Yes, they're just regular bills that
If we're going to
Cindy would have
executive
stuck in
session-
there if
Okay.
I'd have gave them to her.
So let's go with exonerations.
Well, we can go in the other room. Just
Can you call him?
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that fine? Okay, then, if there's no objections, let's go
Let's
into
go with the
executive session real quick.
Okay.
Won't be long.
Second.
Out and do the accounts payable and stuff and then.
Okay.